Now, keeping in the tech space, Barry, we've seen another acquisition come through from Facebook. Obviously, we've seen a wide array of acquisitions in the past, from Instagram to WhatsApp, and now another one. Tell us about this one and specifically the sort of synergistic value that they see they're getting out of this acquisition.
Yeah, definitely. It's Facebook doing what it does best. And that is like trying to understand the culture, understand what is the latest innovation, and either buying it outright, like they did with Instagram or like they did with WhatsApp, etc., or kind of building it in-house and copying the best of the best from other companies. And this example is where they bought the company Giphy. And Giphy is that company that puts all those GIFs into your keyboard, Chad, and all your messaging apps, which allows you to send those hilarious GIFs with lots of like, popular culture references to your friends, right? They bought this company for $400 million, right? Which is a huge amount of money, especially for a company that has no revenue, right? So Giphy doesn't earn any revenue, but they have a huge user base. According to the latest stats, the company has 300 million daily users and over 2 billion GIF searches are performed every single month. So it really is a juggernaut in that space and is a huge part of messaging in 21st century, right? The meme culture and all of that stuff has really grown over the last couple of years, and Giphy has placed itself at the forefront of that. And so the question is, why would they pay $400 million for a company that earns zero revenue? And the answer is data, as it always is with Facebook. What a lot of people don't know is that every search and every GIF that you send is not just the picture or the animation itself, but it's also a beacon that allows that company to track how and where that image is sent or loaded around the internet. So what they do is they wrap each of those GIFs in like a technical special format that helps the image load faster. What it also does is it inserts that tracking beacon. And so that piece of JavaScript really allows the company Giphy to understand exactly what you're doing around the web. And it's another one of those retargeting tools that are so powerful. So obviously Facebook want that information because it allows them to form a better understanding of what you're doing on your phone, what you're doing on the internet, so that they can serve you better targeted ads. So apparently what's going to happen is Facebook are looking to integrate Giphy into all of its platforms, so Instagram, Messenger, WhatsApp, etc., and then use the extra data to then feed their ad model. So again, it's realizing that data is the commodity here, and Facebook are doing their best to try and get as much information as possible on their consumers so that they can sell their attention to advertisers.
Yeah, it's really interesting, especially because WhatsApp is part of their suite of applications and WhatsApp is end-to-end encrypted. So if this is one way that they get to kind of see a little bit of context of your conversations that you're having, that's an interesting development. And just in terms of the memes and the amount of actual data that they're going to get through, I don't know about you, Barry, but I really send memes about silly, nonsensical stuff. So if I send you a meme saying, well done, and it's a picture of, I don't know, Jennifer Anderson clapping her hands or something like that, that really, for me, doesn't infer any of my purchasing behavior. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, so in isolation it might not, but if you're looking at your whole customer profile as a whole, there might be information there. That's one of the key things about big data. It's not about each individual tracking pixel that does the work. It's when you aggregate it on a mass level, when you have millions and millions and millions of these data points, you can start to spot cultural trends. You can start to spot kind of categories and start to try to understand the way that people communicate with one another. And that's where the big data makes so much sense. And that's why it's so bizarre that Giphy can earn a $400 million valuation. It doesn't seem right. But as an aggregator of data, the kind of information they can give to Facebook is invaluable. And it's not because, Chad, you're going to send one gift to a friend and they're going to then sell a product to you. It's because they're going to aggregate that with lots and lots of other consumers and get a better understanding of how the internet is working.
Fascinating stuff, and we'll have to see how this acquisition works out for them, and ultimately how the changes in Giphy come across, if we even notice them at all in our use going forward.
Across the pond.